Calling all around the world. Mumbo jumbo, stir up the gumbo. Calling all around the world. Get it. Start with a roux, that's me and you. Add the Holy Trinity. That's rhythm, chords, and melody. Come on now, add your spice. Tell your story, very nice. Calling all around the world. Stir that vocal gumbo now. Calling all stir it up, stir it up. Get it.
Get it. Get it up. Stir it up. Shake it up. All right.
That's right. Look at that new promo with all the fancy little record players spinning. And
I know. Well, that's my daughter-in-law's work. She's awesome, Yulia Loganova. Thank you, Yulia. If you're watching, you might be asleep by now.
yes, because she and your newly wedded son are in Russia. So that's
Yes.
a little far from the nest in New York City.
It is.
How are you doing? He just left.
I know he left. Well, so far it's okay. I mean, I got to clean his room, and so things are starting to look a little more clean, I guess is the word. But I miss him. I do miss him.
Well, welcome everybody. Welcome everybody to Vocal Gumbo Happy Hour. Meet the artists and hearing the intimate details about our lives and the fact that Janis's newly wedded son has gone to join his wife in Russia and she's busy cleaning his room. And that's really what we're all about these days is dealing with our homes in one way.
There's more. What are you drinking?
I'm just going to be drinking a Malbec. Katina Malbec, which I like a lot, and it's just kind of that wintry little beverage that's going to warm the insides of my belly.
What do you your heart?
What are you having?
Well, I made my famous, and it's famous, in certain circles, vodka lime gimlet.
I want that.
And I'm going to put some lavender flowers on it.
Because that's how you roll.
Because that's how I freaking roll.
I know. I always feel like, I want to come over there for cocktails. And it's like going to be another 4 or 5 months before we get to do that, hopefully. Maybe sooner.
Oh, honey.
I don't know.
But this is better than nothing.
Yep. Cheers to you. Cheers to our good friends tuning in to the happy hour. I hope you've got yourself something frosty, something that warms the insides of your body. I'm going to take a little sip while Ella, what's going on over there?
Oh, I dropped my script, so I need that.
You do need that.
Because we have so much to get through. First of all, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy New Year to everybody out there. And gratitude to all essential workers that have been keeping us together in these difficult months. Thank you. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of positive news out about the vaccines and the new administration coming in. Woo! And there's a lot of work to do yet, especially for our community of musicians.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when I pour through the news, sometimes my little Facebook feed, and when I saw that, that picture of the jazz standard, closed and for rent, and my heart just, and all of us in our feed, if you look at all of our jazz community, it's just a big gulp of like reality and the fact that our industry has been impacted in such a profound way. And, we don't even know how it's going to look like when we reemerge from this whole time, but hopefully keeping our spirits up and being mindful of the fact that we're going to need to rebuild the community and the venues and the industry that we've had to put on pause all this time.
Yeah. But in the meantime, we're trying to keep joy and hope alive here
yes.
in the Vocal Gumbo International Headquarters. So this is, and thank you to all the people that have supported us over these past months. That means so much to us.
Yeah.
And because it's been an unforgettable, difficult year. It really, really has.
And your support, and your friendship has helped us not only keep, Janis and I and Laurie Green out of trouble, but we've actually been able to put our energy to creative use. And also we've been able to support little bits, or spread the love around to our community, and make donations to causes that we hold dear. And so we're grateful for that too. It really is something that we're really happy we've been able to create. And so thank you for tuning in. And thank you also to the recent show, Blue Holiday, that was produced by Kurt Elling and Brian Farina. This was an amazing collection of artists that gave their art and their time to the cause of raising money for the War Not Go Soft campaigns. And we just want to encourage our wonderful friends in Georgia to get out and vote. And I was, part of the news this morning was that the GOP is kind of out raising money right now. So I think we have to really stay sharp and make sure we're paying attention and raise some more money, help out in any way you can. And as Patty Austin said, what did she say in her song, which was so killer? It was like, a vote for you is a vote for me. No, a vote for me too. In other words, you're voting, basically, Georgia, you're voting for all of us. You're going to decide really the temperature of our administration moving forward. So
that's right.
We're all counting on our brothers and sisters.
I think Georgia. Carmen Bradford sort of alluded to that in her post today, right? That's it's true. You're helping everybody by voting down in Georgia. So thank you. What do you say? Go ahead.
Wait, but so that people can go and still donate to Blue Holiday.
They can still see the show, I believe.
Yes, still see the show, still make a donation. The show is free. The donation is out of the goodness of your heart.
And the show's incredible.
It's incredible.
It really is. The link is in our comments if you want to check out the Blue Holiday show. So.
Yeah, and one of our pieces produced on Vocal Gumbo was featured in the show, which we were very, very happy. A piece with Kate McGarry and Keith Gans. So we're grateful that the work that we do found a home in that show, because we wanted to be a part of that energy.
Absolutely. Why don't we get started? We have so much to get through. This is our Meet the Artist happy hour, and this is featuring a few of the artists that are going to be performing tomorrow night on episode 10 of Vocal Gumbo.
Woohoo! 10 episodes.
So when we get to 12, which is going to be soon, that's a year of doing this, Lauren Kinnan. I adore you.
Yes, I adore you too. And this has been a ball. And every episode we collaborate with more people, or we include them in our shows. Either way, we keep falling in love with our community sort of over and over and over again. But it really is wonderful when we get to collaborate. So with our first guest that we'd like to invite are people that we admire profoundly, Sara Caswell and Rachel Caswell. Welcome to the Happy Hour Meet the Artist show.
Hey there.
Hello. Hi. Are you guys related?
A little bit.
I miss my sister. We were commenting on our Christmas Zoom that this is the first time in history that we have not spent Christmas together.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
In our 40 some odd years of living on this planet. And we're just like, I'm not crying. No, you're not crying.
I know. Rachel, you're in Chicago?
I'm in Bloomington, Indiana. So a little south of there. Yeah, Indiana University's hometown. That's where we grew up, and that's where I teach. I teach a few classes. So yeah. Just holding down the fort.
Yeah,
I love Bloomington.
It's a nice town. We actually found out today that Laurie Green also is an IU alum, and we're like, now we're friends. Now we're friends.
That's why she liked you so much.
Yeah, it's a Midwest thing. It's a Midwest nice thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down in Brooklyn, down in Kensington, so not too far away from y'all.
Yeah, well, Lauren's on Long Island, and I'm close to you, though.
We could get to Janis.
You could bring some of those baked goods.
Anytime you want them. I'll bring them on up.
killing me with that.
Oh,
Yeah, we'll get to that, but I really have questions about this sisterhood because I've been a fan of both of you individually, and then we have been fortunate to have you at Vocal Mania, and so we got to see how you guys work together and the things that you have created as a power unit, because you both are such extraordinary musicians, and then also, you're really creative and you're great, you're great technique, great voices, but it's also just, you guys are really great innovators. And then you smash you two together and it's like, it's like super couple. I don't even know how to deal with it. Like, what was happening in your household growing up? Like, what the hell was going on?
Well,
do you have other siblings? Like, what's your parents?
It was just the two of us at home. We have some half siblings that actually a couple that live in the New York area that we're close with, but it was just the two of us growing up. And Mom is a wonderful pianist, and she just plopped us down every day and there, you're going to learn some Vivaldi today. Here we go. And she just learned it by ear, and they gave us all the opportunities as young kids to take jazz lessons, early music lessons, historical performance. And then we would play. We were like the tiniest little youngest baby, like piano trio ever. I played cello, Sarah played violin. She was like 7, I was like 12, and we played little Corelli trios and stuff. And you just learn how to phrase with each other, and you learn how to make music together. And it's such a great benefit.
And I think for us, because music was constantly around us, we didn't watch much TV. I mean, basically it was like either records in the record player or NPR. It was like one of those two things. So, for us, it was just another language that we spoke with each other. And we learned how to communicate through our instruments and through, just gestures when we were making music, how to, lead things in and just to really communicate and pair with each other in a way that, it was just a very organic, natural part of our environment. So.
What was your first instrument? Was your first instrument violin, Sarah?
Yes. Yeah. That's the only instrument I've dabbled with piano. My mom gave up teaching me piano because I was so terrible. And I sang a little bit for in elementary school productions, but the same thing, you would not want to hear me sing a lick of music. Rachel got all of that.
somewhere there's a Pirates of Penzance video. Anybody who has that? I will send you cookies.
I had this whole cadenza written out. Like I was Josephine in Pirates of Penzance. Or no, it was HMS Pinafore. That's what it was. Yeah. I was Josephine, and I had one song to sing, and I had a cadenza all written out in like total classical format. And I got really sick the week of our performance, but I tried to get through it. And the very last performance, we did 3 on the final day, and the very last performance, I cracked my top note like. Well, it was really bad, but to make it worse, I was like, no, just try it again. I tried like 4 times, and each time got worse, and it was just like, get off stage.
But you win like most earnest. You're like, no, I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna land this. I'm gonna land this vault if it's the last thing.
I tried, but it scarred me for life, so I'm never doing it again.
Wow. Yeah, I've been lucky to have her violin in my ear since I was 10 years old, and it's such a gift, and because you do learn how to phrase together, you learn another person's sound. I mean, you all know, you've worked with people for 20 plus years, 30 plus years. Yeah. When you get their sound in your ear, you just know what they're going to do. It becomes second nature. And so that I've had her beautiful sound and her kick-ass solos in my ear for years is just a wonderful, it makes the group, it makes our sound. So
what are your instruments?
I played cello I actually have a bachelor's degree in cello, so I went quite a ways with it. But then I was like, no, it's going in the closet. I play, I play passable, like, teaching piano, but nothing that anybody wants to hear. So I've been focusing on voice for the past 20 plus years.
So can I ask, who are your idols? Who are your musical idols, Rachel, as a singer?
Well, I'd probably have to. Ella is for everybody, but then I'd have to say Nancy King is probably my favorite living singer.
I can see that.
I would, I actually flew to New York to go see her and Fred do the gig at the Standard. I had nothing else to do in New York that week. I was like, no, I'm getting on a plane. I'm going to New York because I need to be at that show.
I was there. I probably met you.
Together. Every singer I knew was at that show. Yeah. We were all at that show. So yeah, I just got. I mean, that's how much I love her. I got on a plane and went to that show. I have to be there. So I love her. I've had to see her. and I buy every like bootleg weird copy of stuff that she's done, and I love it. So she's probably my favorite.
What amazes me about Nancy King is that she improvises like a tenor sax player, and she negotiates the octaves in a way that I've never heard any other singer do. Really,
yeah.
And I suppose that goes. I mean, she was married to Sonny for some time, and he played the saxophone, so I guess that makes a lot of sense. But because I don't think she was setting out to be a singer. She was just married to this guy, and he needed somebody to sing in the band. And it's like things that have to happen sometimes for life to be what it's supposed to be.
Right.
And I just love her, and it's just, I hope we get to keep her around for a good bit longer. Her and her 40 cats.
I know.
Wow.
Love her. Just love her to pieces.
Yeah. Well, I can hear that influence. I mean, the thing that you have that is really clear to me is I listen to your voice. I've been listening to a lot because the piece that we worked on, but also just editing the video. So I've been listening to you, and you sound like a horn player. Like your tenor and your placement is really pitched in a way that's it's clear. It's so precise, and the way that, of course, your improvisation is so solid, so musical, but also so loose. I think I've now stared at you all day today, and what I've stared at actually is the way that you move your shoulders and the way you're so loose and so loving. Improvise. For me, when I'm improvising, I go into utter shock. I'm in full fetal position, and I'm like, I hope I freaking land this, right? And I'm like, I'm gonna get through this. You're like, I'm swimming. I'm just loose, and it's really beautiful. I really have to just say it's beautiful.
I think sometimes I'm a little bit flipped from you. Like sometimes I'm in the middle of a tune. I'm like, just please let me negotiate this register shift so that I get the tune the way I want to end it. Like I'll be thinking that way during tunes, like making sure that I navigate everything the way I want it to come out vocally so that it's appealing. Improv, it's like, nope, here we go.
Well, that's great. Yeah, you're in your zone. You're really in your zone, and it's super fun. And then I love it when you pass it to your sister.
She is so good at picking up.
The synergy between you two is just dumb. It's just.
Speaking of your sister, can we get to some of the
and that's the reason we're here.
Yeah, I figured.
This is Vocal Gumbo, and we are also interested in food and drink.
Well, so this is funny because when we were growing up, my mom would make desserts every once in a while. But
I brought props. I'm going to see if I can show you some of what I brought.
This is what my mom does.
These are the cookies that my mom makes every year at Christmas. Okay, we have this one krumkaka. It's a Norwegian cookie that's kind of like a pizzelle. We got like the dipped, pretzels. You'll see this later. This is going to make a recurrence.
Dipped pretzels?
Yes.
What are they dipped in?
White chocolate. These are spritz cookies. These are a couple different shapes of spritz from the cookie press. This is a meringue with chopped walnuts and chocolate chips. This is a peanut and chow mein noodle cluster in a chocolate and butterscotch, melted chocolate and butterscotch chips.
Stop it!
This is our happy place. So this is from whence Sarah's love of baking comes. This is
the origin story. I think I got as a kid. I was so intimidated by that I couldn't if I was going to make a cookie, it had to be that good. So that's why I didn't bake for basically until quarantine. And then I was like, well, what the heck? I have nothing else to do except bake and eat and, maybe play some fiddle here and there. But so this was what I ended up doing. I'm going to share my screen with you here. Let me see here. Application window. Here we go.
We get your Facebook posts and we all sit there and go, what the hell? That's
insanely
beautiful.
Are you seeing? Oh, here we go.
Not yet. We haven't seen it yet.
Laurie's got to put you in there.
Yeah. All right, Laurie.
Okay.
What? Oh my God.
So this is all the photos of the things I've baked. I've baked over the course. So I think this week was 41 baking items. So I can show these to you. This was the first one. We've got Kentucky lemon butter bundt cake, and we've got Nutella banana bread and pumpkin layer cake. Apfelkuchen, that's a mom recipe. Olive oil zucchini bread, cinnamon rolls with no yeast, snickerdoodles, apple cider donut cake. These are the best. I wish I could take credit for the recipe, but most of these are New York Times recipes, but this is a chocolate chunk shortbread with a rim of sugar and then topped with salt.
Jesus.
So, I'm kind of going through these quickly, but just to kind of show you what we've got.
Oh, go back to Dutch baby. Dutch baby. Back up. There we go. Dutch baby.
Like a big pancake or popover. Yeah.
Dutch baby, is that like a Yorkshire pudding?
Yes. Yes, they're very similar.
Very, very flat. So it's like sort of like a pancake that comes up around the sides.
Oh, yeah.
Peach focaccia. This is a premiere. I didn't actually post this on my Facebook. So this is an egg tart with topped with squash blossoms.
Yeah.
So that's the before, and then that's the after.
Oh my God.
So
you see, when she doesn't have gigs, she has all this time on her hands, and she winds up with this.
They're really.
When did you get squash blossoms?
I got them from the farmers market. So that happened in August.
Oh, okay.
From August. Yeah. So these are basically in chronological order.
Wow.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Where is the pie that's all like red, like cranberry?
Oh, I'm almost there. It's coming up. Okay. That was a cranberry. That was my Joe Biden celebration cake.
Yay!
There we go. That's what you were looking for.
Oh my God!
I need that recipe.
Yeah, it's a little more labor intensive than the other ones, but it is so worth it.
We've got like really individually placed like pomegranate seeds.
Oh, that was the easy part. That was the easy. The cranberry curd takes a little bit of time to prepare, but it really is worth it. I love that one. We're almost there, I promise.
She's got a built-in taste tester. He lets her know which ones are
good. So these are part of the. So this was in homage to my mom, or our mom. This was the little Christmas box that I made for some friends this year. So I have the Linzer and the Snickerdoodles and the chocolate chip shortbread, the peanut butter blossoms, and then I made bourbon chocolate truffles.
Yes, you did.
So, yeah,
she did.
So there you go.
Yeah. I just, and then on top of it, like you're a runner, so like you can eat all these things and you get out there and sort of can manage having that decadent life, and then you get out there and run. So I'm
not
doing that.
I run so I can eat.
Well, that totally makes sense to me.
No, but it's actually been really great. Like, just, because I think I love doing things with my hands, and obviously my first love and my first passion is using my hands for music. And I'm certainly practicing a lot and doing some projects and things for people. But it's there's no travel. There's no there's none of the same kind of community that we're used to having. So, I've been doing a lot of baking on Sundays, and I've been doing some pottery, and I've been doing some cross stitch. So just things to keep my mind and my creativity and my fingers going. It's been really beneficial. So
it's very good
pottery. She's throwing pottery like on a wheel. Like who?
I know. Well, I will say this. It is crazy. I saw some of your pottery, and it's just like
I'm totally a newbie, but I just signed up for my second class. It starts next Wednesday for 6 weeks. So I'll work on my skills, see if I can actually have some stuff that's presentable.
Yes, you do that. You work on your skills.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Well, a perfect segue is that our next guest. But before we do that, I want to give a shout out to Janis's news project Mazel, which of course you are also featured on, Sarah.
Yes.
It was so fun. Oh, I think Janis, how many tracks? I think I'm on 4.
Yeah, I think you're on 4.
Yeah.
You're on Glick in the string quartet, and you played with me on my Yiddish mama, like so beautifully. And you're on Balalaika.
Yeah. It was such a fun project to be part of. I mean, it was a thrill. I think that was I think we did 2 of them over in Jersey, Teaneck.
Yeah, Teaneck.
I think it was the first time I'd worked with you in the studio, and it was so much fun.
No, wait a minute. Weren't you on the Jalala record?
Oh my God, you're right. I forgot.
Yeah,
that's right. But that was back like 15 years ago.
Yeah,
that was a long time ago. Yeah,
a long time ago.
We were all a lot younger then.
Yep. but we're still feisty, and we're still eating lots of cake and cookies, so nothing changes much. But we're really inspired and grateful that you decided to do the show with us, and we've got another special treat for our audience as well for the actual show. So we're thrilled to share you with our Vocal Gumbo crowd. And I think it's a perfect segue, because actually our next guest, my colleagues, New York Voices, Darmin's mother is a professional potter. So we're gonna welcome Darmin Meter and Kim Nazarian and Peter Eldridge
and Ruben Hercules.
Ruben Hercules. So yeah. So I don't know if everybody can appreciate how much Sara is just like taking on new projects left and right, and what. So welcome to my dear friends and family, Peter and Kim and Darmin. Thank you for joining us.
Hi,
and,
New York Voices. Woo!
New York Voices in the house.
Sara. Sara, I didn't get my box of cookies yet. I've been checking.
I have to make another batch of cookies, but you'll have your cookies, I promise.
Sara, I'll take my cookies on one of your pottery plates.
Right.
Okay.
I'd like to share. I'd like to do a screen share to show you the pictures of 41 of the different desserts I've eaten during COVID.
Totally.
Oh my God.
How are we supposed to follow that?
Yeah, that's just mean. That's just mean.
On the plus side, Darmin, your head looks less shiny.
Oh, good.
Congratulations.
I went really high tech. I taped like a piece of paper over the light on the ceiling.
There you go.
I think you were going to say you taped some Scotch tape to your forehead to make it not so shiny. So.
Actually, I'm going to do some spray on hair. I think
Well, I want to toast the Caswell sisters.
Yeah.
Oh,
Cheers.
Thank
Cheers.
you so much for having us on this.
Kim and Rachel, are you drinking eggnog?
Yes, but with dulce de leche eggnog.
Ooh.
I'm loving this.
Come on, girl. Come on, girl.
I went with the White Russian. That's sort of my go-to. I have a distiller in town that does a really nice vodka. So
You have a distiller?
Oh my God!
in town.
You have your own distiller?
Not my personal, but there's the wonderful distiller in Bloomington called the Cardinal Distillery, and they send stuff all over the world. So we have a very nice artisanal vodka here. So
Wow.
I'm
drinking a candle, so
fancy.
that's all I have on me at the moment. But it's a hell of a candle. It is a hell of a candle. Yeah.
Normally, Peter, you drink your horseradish.
My horseradish vodka. Yeah.
Well, that's
With the horseradish that you grow, right?
I'm my own distillery here. We make a horseradish vodka here at the house, and it's from our own horseradish from our garden. Isn't that sad? So yes, but we yeah, it's cool. Yeah, we love it. Yeah, and eggnog. So yes.
Peter, did your kids have a good Christmas?
They did. They were wound. So yeah. Does Sara, do you know I'm a foster dad?
I didn't.
Yeah, and Rachel. I mean, I see Sara once in a while at Berkeley. We kind of run into the so not lately, of course, but yeah. But yeah, no, I'm a foster dad to two little people.
Oh, congratulations!
That's beautiful. Is that
wonderful.
a relatively new thing?
No, since a year ago, August. Well, a year ago, we met them a year ago, July, and they moved in August.
Siblings or unrelated children? Oh, good for you.
Brother and sister, yeah.
And then the pandemic hit, and you've just been like homeschooling.
It's just so ridiculous. Yeah.
That's like a hardcore learning curve.
Let's give a toast to all the parents that are homeschooling their children since the pandemic hit. Here's to you.
Yeah.
You deserve 2 of these.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, it's
those
not
are the heroes.
Not for the faint of heart. Not for the faint of heart. But
clearly it's starting to wear on Peter that he's now starting to drink hot wax.
It just makes me feel something. No, just kidding. It's from a movie or something. I don't know. Anyway, yeah. But it's pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah.
So I have a question for Peter. Why is Peter so damn sexy?
Who was that? Like a phone in, or was that just
no? That's a question that's on the script.
What? No. No, that's not. It isn't. So.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Right here.
Shut up, Janis. I love you.
Hey, stop fighting, you two.
I love you.
I hate it when we fight. Yeah, no, that's just funny, is what that question is. But anyway, okay, let's move on. Next question, please.
It's nice to see you all. We've been talking with the Caswell sisters about just, how we're all coping and how we're all using this time, and probably each of the three of you have something you've done other than what you typically do. Is there anything that comes to mind? Like, Kim, what other things have you been doing in terms of like making use of this like time that we've never had before? Home?
Yeah, I am caring for my father. I'm caring for an 87-year-old man, and I'm loving this time. It's a gift, I think. It's a balancing act for sure, to make sure that everyone is happy and fed and clothed and warm and stimulated, and that goes from, my 20-year-old son to my husband, who's dealing with a little bit of a health issue at the moment, and myself, not forgetting myself, and my 87-year-old dad. So that's the new part of my equation here, besides doing what everybody else is doing and learning to do everything online, including, New York Voices camps and seminars and master classes and videos and, all those things that take a team to do. My family, we've become a production team.
Yep. Yeah.
Whether we're arranging or recording, my son's a bass player, recording, bass parts and voice parts and lip syncing and all those kinds of things that, who knew we'd be doing these things?
Yeah. I mean, for those of our viewers out there, Ian Ashby has been on the road with the New York Voices since he was born. And besides being an extraordinary baseball player, he's an extraordinary bass player. And he is slowly but surely, we've always joked about it, like, he's pretty much going to move into like have the bass chair, or, at least have one of the bass chairs of a New York Voices when we're on the road. And he's been more and more often stepping in, and he swings so hard and plays so beautifully. And on top of that, he's an extraordinary young man.
Oh, thank you so much. And he just does it with all of his heart. He loves all of you. He looks up to all of you. You are all his aunts and uncles. And he's more than thrilled and so proud to be accepted into this fold as a musician,
Yeah. He's awesome. Darman, how about you? I know you've been Mr. Handy Dandy guy at the house in upstate New York. What did you just come in from outside today?
Well, actually, the Lori Lynn, my wife, Lori Lynn, took some time off from her work. She's a psychotherapist. Took some time off to kind of decompress towards the end of the year. And so what did we do? We painted 5 rooms in 6 days.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so yeah, it's kind of insane.
I hire people for that.
Yeah.
You should make a new video.
Oh, right. I know. Yes. The quarantine video. Yeah. It's funny. I was actually thinking it was time to finally take that down, because this part of me is always like, it was entertaining and fun when we did it back in March. But then let's face it, as the numbers got more and more severe, there's something just felt kind of like it's harder and harder to even figure out how to have fun with the idea of being quarantined, or at least poke fun at it. But we did have a lot of fun putting that together. And it was, yes, it was definitely the start of it was the start of all this video stuff that we've been doing. I mean, Lauren and Janis, obviously this whole Vocal Gumbo thing grew out of the necessity of what we're all in. And I, like Lauren, I kind of took on the mantle of being the video editor and kind of compiler for New York Voices. So I've been learning to do that during the pandemic, and spent a lot more time in front of my microphone in my home studio than I had in the last few years. That's for sure. Whether it was working on New York Voices stuff or sitting in with other people and sending tracks to other people, that things they're working on. And it's interesting. We're all in this place where, remember when we used to be like, I don't know, what's the gig pay? Now we're just somebody's working on some music. Sure, I'll do it. Why not? I don't have anything else to do. Just
I know.
send me the link.
Very, very true. Speaking of new videos, isn't there a new video maybe that we could take a look at?
Well, the video that we are gonna share in the show we're very excited about sharing in the show. But you guys, I thought it was actually pretty cool that today we debuted the Swingle video, and I thought actually for fun, why don't we give it a spin even here and share with everybody the project, the collaboration that we did over the miles. Actually, Peter, why don't you tell everybody about the project, because Claire's a good friend of yours, personally.
Well, we've done some double bills with the Swingles over the years, and we're just all big stupid fans, and I guess it's mutual from what we understand, but they're just incredible.
They haven't told us otherwise.
I know. They seem to like us. I don't know. And this opportunity to do this, they'd been doing an arrangement of Footprints that Claire Wheeler, who was in the Swingles for many years, who is not currently, did for the group probably 2 or 3 years ago, and then she kind of wrote us in to the arrangement as well. So it kind of was a feature for both groups, and it was a great way to collaborate. And so it is Wayne Shorter's Footprints with lyrics by Darman.
Well, this is either a Small World thing or it means nothing. Chris Caswell. Any relation? No relation? Yeah.
I've seen that person's name. Like, they're like, it's this one random other Caswell that is a musician. And it's like, what the heck? No, we know no relation to that person.
Caswell.
No.
Yeah.
Another random Caswell. There you go.
I hear they make great pottery.
But yeah, this is Footprints, lyrics by Chris Caswell, and we just couldn't be more excited about it.
Our love's a story that documents our journey. Memories and landmarks that comfort and assure me you'll be with me always. Follow the footprints we left, and I'll find you there.
Time's changing color, drown you in a deluge. Painted in still life, the past becomes a refuge, free from pain and sorrow. Follow the footprints we left, and I'll find you there.
So
Just like a treasure, your touch was stolen from me. When it seems heartbreak and loss will overcome me, I can hear you calling. Follow the footprints we left, and I'll find you there. I believe one day that we'll be reunited. Silencing demons that turn up uninvited. But until that happens, follow the footprints we left, and I'll find you there. Find you there. I'll find you there. I'll find you there. Find you there. I'll find you there. I'll find you. We will find our way.
Yay.
Oh my God, that's so beautiful. I wasn't aware of those lyrics. I used some others that are written by an Australian guy. There seem to be a bunch of footprints.
There's a few different versions. Yeah,
Those are
yeah.
wonderful,
There are a
wonderful
few.
lyrics.
I do like those a lot. Yeah, I even wrote some like 100 years ago that I used to do on live gigs. But yeah, these are great. I think these are really cool. But yeah, isn't that fun? Is that we just love them.
Beautiful.
Thanks.
So
thanks.
I have a question, Darman. When you were improvising, I mean, how were you doing that? Were you doing that live? Where's the microphone?
You're muted. You're muted.
You're muted.
Get out your t-shirt.
I think that's not on me. I did.
Yeah,
it
I was
myself.
muted too, but yeah.
Laurie muted us.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Am I back? So I just got the microphone just low enough out of
Oh
the.
my God.
And so yeah, so it's been an interesting thing actually. I don't know if number of you we go through this whole process of like which things do we want to record and then lip sync, and which ones do we want to try to catch live, and then if you have to punch and fix something, whatever. Improvising, I never want to try to lip sync an improvised solo. Well, Peter and Kim, you can remember way back. Remember we had to do that stupid video of Caravan.
Yeah, for taking Caravan video. Yeah.
I had to memorize an entire scat solo and try to lip sync it. So I just try to figure out a way to record it live. And then if I need to, yeah.
Well, you succeeded. I mean, I thought, how is he? He can't possibly be lip syncing that.
No. So, but if you see me looking off the side, I do have that's, it's got some tricky little chord changes in it. And I had a couple of days I started shedding it. And then, but I still, when I was recording, I had the chord sheet kind of just off to the side. So I'm trying to look kind of casual, like I'm just sort of glancing over. It's like, okay, where's that E9 coming, E minor 9 coming up? Like just kind of glancing over there.
You nailed it, Darman.
Yeah,
Totally
you
nailed it. I mean, but when masters are at the helm, though, I mean, because the same thing with Rachel and Sara on the piece that they're doing on our show. I mean, Rachel just sang her whole track down, kick-ass solo. It's all one thing. It's like,
no big deal.
Like, I'm just in it to win it. Sara, so I mean, I think for me, I marvel at mastery. And you see it walked out even in these times of being separate. I get to marvel often at at how extraordinary our community of musicians are. And even the ones that I'm very intimately acquainted with and love dearly, I still get to go, damn, check that out, or like check whatever. It's really great. So I'm happy we got to share that, because it just felt like, wow, it debuted today. We should play it, you know?
Yeah.
Awesome. Because it's a result of really all of us trying to still survive in the midst of this crazy time. So it's just another example of going, let's do something, let's collaborate.
Yeah. And let's say yes. Like, let's say yes to so many things that come our way that we actually have time to do now. You know, whether you're donating your time to a school, or you're helping a program stay afloat, or you want to, you know, try something new. There is mastery, but there's also forgiveness in those people that are trying to get out there and really do something. You go, okay, let's check it out, you know, without judgment, and try to support the efforts that are happening.
Yeah. Very well put. Yeah. You know, I think we should bring on our final guests, because it might be past their bedtime. We never know.
Totally. I know. I didn't even think about that, but they just flew in to Miami last night. So and the Voices have actually had the pleasure of meeting and working with Edmar Castaneda many years ago. So we'd like to invite on Edumar and his beautiful, talented wife, Andrea Tierra, and their beautiful kids, Zudi and Zamir. So we're happy to have them, of course, if they're still here in the waiting room.
Hi, guys. They're having some technical issues. So why don't you guys continue to chat for a few minutes, and we're going to figure it out.
Perfect.
Thank you, Laurie.
Wait, hang on. Here they come.
Okay, yay.
Here they come.
There's Andrea.
Almost here. Unmute. And
you realize that I met Edumar for the first time at your concert with Paquito at Carnegie Hall.
Oh, wow.
I came to see you guys, and then Paquito, Edumar was a special guest. Hey, guys.
Hey. How you doing?
So nice to see you.
Hello.
See you.
Hola.
How you doing? You hear me well?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, everything's good. Everything's good.
How's everything?
we're great. We have just been reminiscing, and now we want to reminisce with you. Look at your beautiful family.
Yeah, this is my daughter, Selby. Let me move a little bit this here, and this is my son, Samir.
Hi. Hi, everybody.
Hello. Edumar, we have been enjoying watching all the beautiful videos that you have been making with your family, with your uncle, with your wife and your children. And every time they pop up, I have to gulp down because it's so beautiful. And always watching you play, you're the most joyful person to watch when you're making music. So, I mean, what was the moment where you said to yourself, you know what? Hey, Laurie, do you have your microphone on because your typing is coming through? Laurie, can you mute or someone's typing? Okay. Who's typing? Stop that typing. What was the moment where you said, we're going to start recording and making videos?
Frozen.
Oh, frozen. Well, for those of you, while they still sort of spiral to come on, I will just say that there are some videos up on Facebook. If you go to Edumar's page, and you will see these beautiful collaborations with his family, with his children who are playing. I want to call it a ukulele, but it's probably not that because they're from Colombia. So maybe there's another name for the little guitar she's playing. I don't know. Oh, you're muted too. Janis. Geez, everybody get it together.
I think it's a ukulele. It's just a ukulele.
She's so cute. And
ukulele.
And he's playing percussion.
And he's playing cajon too.
Yeah. And it's just been such a treat to watch them make music as a family. Oh, hi.
We're back. Can you hear us?
I think it's a family portrait.
Yeah.
Family portrait.
Sorry,
But the first time I saw Edumar play maracas was one of the most amazing things ever. I mean, the harp is one thing, but when he stands up and plays the maracas in that vertical Venezuelan way, it's just a sight to behold. It's incredible.
Yeah, now my son now is playing maracas.
Yes! Yes. And your brother too? Does he play bass?
And your daughter plays
signal,
ukulele?
Internet is so bad. So sorry.
It's bad, yeah.
You know what, Edumar?
Yeah.
What if maybe you turn off your camera? Maybe we'll get better signal and we'll hear your audio. That might work. Let's try that. If you turn off the video. Maybe that'll work.
Turn
I
off
don't
the
know.
video. Okay, let's see.
Off video.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because I hear you like a robot. Robot. Yeah. I'm
That's what Darman
Can
says
you hear
about
me
me
well?
all the time.
You listen to me
Yes.
well? Okay. But you hear me good? Yes?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me play for you music and then you see if it sounds good, yeah? And we
Yes!
play it.
Yes!
Perfect.
Let me
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
That's
We're so lucky.
too
We are
cute for
lucky.
words. That's too cute for words, is what that is.
Peter, what is your family going to play for us?
Liam and I have been playing Deck the Hall.
hear me there?
All right.
Yep, we hear you.
Okay, so I'm gonna play a little piece of mine called Entre Cuerdas, Between Strings, for you guys and for everyone. Feliz año.
you?
You're a one-man band, Edumar.
So great to hear you, my friend. Could you explain to our people exactly what the Colombian harp is? Could you explain to people in our audience what about the instrument, about the diatonic nature of the instrument? Oh,
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
Yeah, maybe not.
I don't
But
hear
you know,
nothing.
You don't hear anything? Okay, it's okay.
it's okay. We love you. And what we'll find out information. I would like to find out how to tell everybody what you're doing and where they can find your music. We will make that available on our Facebook page so that they know how to find you. You are beautiful. Mwah!
And Edumar and his family are going to be performing tomorrow night on our Vocal Gumbo episode 10,
Yes.
doing an original piece with the kids playing as well.
With the kids.
It's great.
Just and he recorded with you on your record, 1,000 Beautiful Things.
Well, he's on my record because I heard him at your concert in Quito.
Well,
So-
you're welcome.
Thank you, because I mean I heard him and I said, "Are you freaking kidding me? I got to work with this guy. I have to do a record with this guy." So yeah, we did 1,000 Beautiful Things together.
He is
He's amazing. He's
he's
amazing.
a magical. He's one of the magical people, though. I really feel like there are people on the planet that are like they're gifted, but then there's other stuff going on. And the energy that he puts out is so extraordinarily beautiful. So anybody out there that's not hip to Edumar and his beautiful and talented wife, Andrea Tierra, please go explore their websites and find out what they're doing, because it'll be a deep dive into another artist that you're going to be happy to get to know.
And this is a very interesting, yes, it is the same show both days, Catherine.
Yeah,
it is. It is. But this is a very interesting instrument because it's really a folk instrument. I mean, I think it's only 24 strings, but it's not like a classical harp where you have the pedals that can change the tuning, and you can do chromatic things on a classical harp. It's playing European music. This is a folk harp, and you have to tune it every time you're changing the key or the modality.
Mm-hmm.
So
Wow.
what he does is freaking extraordinary.
Yeah, and he was playing bass lines and adding percussion and just so many layers of rhythm. It's crazy.
Right. And then he just stares at you, he's concentrating, and then he looks out, and whether it's a small audience or a whole concert hall, and he's just looking at you like, are you having fun? This is lovely. Aren't we all having a lovely time? And everybody's brains are like going, I cannot compute what's happening here. I know, really, really special. We're so grateful that they agreed to share a piece of theirs on the show. And gee, we're kind of rounding the corner here on our happy hour. And I don't know if anybody wants to know who else is on the show, but Janis, you want to let everybody? Janis has got her hand up. Do you want to let everybody know who's on the show?
Yes, I will. It's an amazing show. It's our 10th episode, and it's our end of the year episode. And we are featuring, of course, Sara and Rachel Caswell in a collaboration with Mark Shalansky.
Woo!
And Michael
Davis.
Davis, thank you. Michael W. Davis. The New York Voices are going to be on.
Yeah.
We have Dylan Bell and Suba Sankaran from Canada doing some live looping.
Oh,
it's going to be.
This piece is going to be extraordinary. They do it all, as you know, they do it all. They loop it live. The whole piece grows and expands right before your eyes. So get ready, buckle your seatbelts. They're doing a piece. I'm not going to give away.
Let's not give it away yet.
Let's not give it away.
We've got Voces 8 from England doing something especially for us.
Wonderful.
They're doing a piece that was featured in The Crown, that Netflix show. We have Sheila Jordan.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello, the Queen. We managed to get a an incredible Charlie Parker piece that we're doing a collaboration on. We have Aubrey Johnson.
Woo!
We have the OK singers from Taiwan.
That Kim recommended.
Yay, Kim.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay singers. They're amazing. And they're doing an arrangement by Mark Kibble.
Yeah.
Tomorrow night. We have a young artist named Shabnam Abedi, who is, there'll be some microtones. That's all I'm going to say.
It's mastery on such a young person, but the mind is expanded, and she's doing stuff that's really special.
Really crazy. Yeah. We also have I'm doing a collaboration with pianist Alan Broadbent, and Lauren is doing an original piece with Sean Fitzpatrick, Evan Hyde, and Sam Bevan.
Yeah.
That's going to be awesome.
So we have a huge show. So everybody.
Wait, I'm not finished. Diane Reeves.
Woo!
I'm not finished.
Talk about the queen.
Really, I know.
I'm not finished.
I don't think Janis is finished, Lauren. So
I'm not finished. So get your tickets, people. www.momenthouse.com/Vocal Gumbo. There it is.
Yep. And you can, if it's not convenient for you, on December 30th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we do an encore performance in our pajamas. And we might be still a little bit intoxicated from the night before, because that will be January 1st at 2 p.m. We'll probably be in good shape by 2 p.m.
2021. Let's hear it.
2021. We're bringing it in. It in. I know. It can't come soon enough.
Man.
So we want to spend it with you. We hope you'll join us. We're making a donation to this time. We've done a lot of different donations throughout the year. This one is actually going to go directly to our community. Music Cares. So many musicians need support and need help right now. And so we'll be making a donation to Music Cares. So know that your money goes lots of different places besides all of the musicians and artists that we try and spread the love around. So we're grateful. And I guess thank you to Lori Green, the woman who's pulling all the maneuvers and making all this happen.
Lori Green, and thank you to Audio Technica. We really enjoy these little in-ears. They're beautiful. Thank you so much to our friends there. And if you would care to join our Patreon community, that is also a possibility. www.patreon.com/Vocal Gumbo.
And usually, if you're a patron, you can join, like, for example, some of the after-show dressing room parties. We like to call them the dressing room because it just makes us at least feel like something's happening. And so there's lots of things that you can join as a patron, from just little coffee clutch afternoons with Janis and I, or join some after shows, join some Q&As. There's all kinds of things we host. So feel free to join our community. And gosh golly, it's time to say thank you to our guests, Sara and Rachel Caswell. We can't wait to share our piece and share you in the show. And my dear family, New York Voices. Thank you, my dear friends. I'm so excited to share this piece that we're also gonna had so much fun doing this season. Getting to do work with you guys even when we're not together is good for the soul and makes us feel connected. So I'm grateful for that.
And it's kind of a little Peggy Lee theme we've got going on in this show, I would say, between your piece, your New York Voices piece, and Aubrey's piece.
Yep. So thanks, everybody. Join us on December 30th or January 1st. Thanking all of our guests. Like our Facebook pages and YouTube stuff and all that malarkey. And stay safe, stay healthy. Happy holidays, and we'll see you at the show. And
cheers.
There you go.
Thank you.
Everybody.
Woo!
Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Great.
Calling all around the world. Mumbo jumbo, stir up the gumbo. Calling all around the world. Get it, start with a roux, that's me and you. Add the Holy Trinity, that's rhythm, chords, and melody. Come on now, add your spice. Tell your story, very nice. Calling all around the world. Stir that vocal gumbo now. Stir it up, stir it up. Get it,